Welcome to the Colorado Division of Wildlife short video about bears. This 15-minute program will cover basic information about living and coexisting with bears. We hope that after watching you'll be more bear aware and understand more about how to prevent bear problems around your home, tips for camping or hiking in bear country, what to do if you come face to face with a bear, and finally, who to contact about bears. Bears have roamed North America for thousands of years. These large, powerful animals play an important role in the ecosystem. For most people, even seeing a bear is rare, but for others, bears are common sights around their neighborhood. Whatever the case, most people who see bears say it is an experience they will never forget. Learning about bears and their habits will help you appreciate these unique animals and know what to do and not to do should you ever encounter one. There's only one species of bear that lives in Colorado. It's the North American black bear. Even though bears in Colorado can be brown, tan, blonde, cinnamon-colored, or even a combination of colors, all of them are members of the black bear family. Black bears are the most common and generally smallest of the North American bears. Grizzly bears and polar bears also live in North America, but not in Colorado. Bears have been known to live up to 30 years in captivity, but it is very rare for a bear to live that long in the wild. Black bears are very agile. They can run in bursts of speed up to 35 miles per hour and can run up or down hills quickly and easily. Their stout claws help them climb trees and dig for food. And black bears are also very strong swimmers. Bears are not considered a protected species in Colorado, but there are rules about killing them. Prior to 1935, anyone could kill a bear whenever they saw one, but today bears are classified as a big game species, and the Division of Wildlife strictly controls the number of bears that hunters harvest. Laws also make it illegal for anyone to shoot a bear unless that bear is an immediate threat to people or livestock. The mere presence of bears near your home or campsite is not grounds to kill the bear. By controlled hunting, the Division of Wildlife has been able to maintain a stable bear population in the state. Natural threats to black bears include disease, starvation, and injuries caused by confrontation with other bears or mountain lions. Sometimes bears are killed when they're hit by cars or electrocuted by climbing power poles. Black bears vary in size and weight, with males generally larger than females, and adult males in Colorado about 275 pounds, while an adult female may average 175. A very large bear might reach 400 to 500 pounds, but these bears are very rare in Colorado. Most black bears are about 3 feet high when down on all fours and about 5 feet tall when standing upright. Black bears eat both plants and animals. About 90% of a bear's diet is made up of plants, while only 10% of the diet consists of insects or meat. Bears will eat broad-leafed flowering plants, berries, nuts, seeds, and grasses. Sometimes bears catch insects or small animals to eat, but most of the meat they eat is from dead carcasses they find. Bears are also quite fond of food left out by people, especially garbage and birdseed, but they also like pet food and food left on grills or buried in compost piles. Some people assume that black bears only live in the forest, but black bears actually find the best places to live in many of the same places people like to live. In Colorado, that means places with trees, but also open meadows with flowering plants and bushes. Most of all, bears need a source of water. Bears are known to frequent areas where wild fruits and berries grow, including raspberries, blackberries, chokecherries, and service berries. But bears are also attracted to domestic fruit that people plant around their houses. For example, apple trees, peach trees, or strawberry plants. Bears also get a lot of calories from seeds, nuts, and acorns. In the fall, they migrate to areas with oak brush when the acorns are ripe and abundant. Bears may be active at any time, day or night, but they're most active during the morning and evening twilight. When bears are not feeding or looking for food, they rest, next to a log, in dense brush, or high up in a tree. In late summer, bears are trying to fatten up for winter hibernation. During this period, they're actively feeding for up to 20 hours per day. An average bear needs to eat 20 or 30 pounds of food during this critical period before hibernation. Black bear tracks are very distinctive. The hind footprint actually resembles that of a human. Bears have 5 toes, and the front foot is short, about 4 to 5 inches wide. The hind foot's longer and narrower, usually about 7 inches long. Bears use trails just as people do, since it's easier to travel on a trail than walk through thick underbrush. It's easy to recognize a bear's sizable droppings of plant leaves, partially digested berries, seeds, or animal hair. Black bears are solitary. They don't associate with other bears. About the only time you'll see more than one bear if it's a mother with young cubs. Bears are intelligent and curious. They can see colors, form, and movement. Although their vision is good, they generally rely on their sense of smell and hearing to locate food or warn them of danger. Every bear has a home range where it finds all that it needs. That home range can be 10 square miles or up to 250 square miles. Adult males roam the largest areas. Females usually establish their home range close to where their mother taught them to forage. Bears hibernate during the winter months when food supplies are low. Mild weather conditions might allow bears to stay out longer, but in Colorado, female bears generally enter the dens in late October and males in early November. During hibernation, bears do not eat, drink, or eliminate body waste while they are in the den. They maintain their energy levels and water balance by burning fat stored during the summer. In most years, bears are emerging from hibernation in Colorado in early to mid-April. In some areas, there may still be snow on the ground. Because the bear has not eaten in several months, it takes a few days before the bear's digestive system becomes active. During these first few days after hibernation, the bear begins by drinking some water and munching on tender green plants. Cubs are born in the den during the winter while their mother is still sleeping. The newborn cubs are blind, toothless, and covered with very fine hair at birth. Nurtured by their mother's rich milk, they quickly grow from less than 1 pound at birth to almost 20 pounds by the time they come out from the den. People can avoid conflicts with bears by taking a few simple precautions. Garbage and birdseed are 2 of the most likely reasons that a bear will hang around your house. Here's some tips. Periodically clean your garbage cans to reduce residual odor. Use hot water and chlorine bleach. Store your trash cans in a bear-proof enclosure, in a secured shed, or in the garage. And do not put your trash cans out until the morning of the pickup. In some areas where bears are a particular problem, centralized trash cans and bear-proof dumpsters are recommended. Here are some other tips for avoiding conflicts with bears. If you have pets, do not store pet food outside. Clean your barbecue grill of grease and store it inside a shed or garage. Hang bird seed, suet, and hummingbird feeders on a wire between trees instead of on your deck or porch. Also, all bird feeders should be brought in at night. Do not put fruit, melon rinds, or other items in compost piles that may attract bears. Black bears possess a keen sense of smell and a high level of intelligence, and they have an excellent memory. Once a bear finds food in your yard, the bear quickly begins to develop an association between people and food. The more times that a bear successfully finds food left out by people, the association between food and humans grows, and the bears begin to lose their natural fear of people. As a result, the bears continue to search for food in populated areas. These animals are said to be food conditioned, and food conditioned bears are one of the most dangerous kind. The longer the situation goes on, the worse it gets. Female bears with cubs that learn to forage in dumpsters teach the same thing to their offspring. One of the Division of Wildlife's top goals in managing bears is to keep them wild. To do so, the Division of Wildlife needs your help. The division hopes to prevent bears from thinking that populated areas are the best places to find food. Once a bear begins to associate humans with a food source, the bear's wildness is compromised. As the number of humans living in Colorado increases, it's inevitable that some bears are going to wander into areas where people live. However, there are times when bears become potentially dangerous to humans, and the Colorado Division of Wildlife must intervene. The Division of Wildlife has very strict policies that put safety and well-being of people ahead of that of the bear. The first time a bear gets into trouble around humans, the Division of Wildlife captures the bear. Ear tags are placed on the bear, and it's moved to a better location. If that bear returns back to the same area or exhibits dangerous behavior in its new area, the bear will be recaptured and euthanized. This is called the two-strike policy. Therefore, it's important that people do everything they can to make sure that bears don't learn bad habits in the first place. In 2002, Colorado adopted rules that make it illegal for people to leave items outside that attract bears. The purpose of the law is to reduce the chance that people and bears have conflicts. Failure to remove items that attract bears can result in a $68 ticket for the first offense. In addition, many local communities have strict laws about leaving trash out. Black bears are generally shy. It's been said that black bears are just as afraid of people as people are afraid of bears. Conflicts with humans are rare, and a few simple precautions can lessen the chance of a confrontation. As a hiker or backpacker, you can reduce the chances of surprising a bear by being noisy along the trail. Use extra caution, particularly at dawn or dusk and in places where hearing and visibility is limited. Keep your children close while hiking, and if the family pooches along, make sure the dog is kept on a leash. Here are some tips for campers. Keep your camp clean. Store food and garbage properly at all times. Keep your tent and sleeping bag free of all food smells. Store the clothes you wore while cooking or eating with your food. Burn all the grease off your grills and camp stoves. Wipe tables and surface areas clean after eating. Store food in coolers suspended from a tree at least 10 feet off the ground and 4 feet out from the trunk of the tree. Dispose of garbage properly and secure it with your food, then pack it out. Do not burn or bury your garbage at the campsite. Doing so attracts bears for the next campers who use that spot. Sleep away from the areas where you prepare your food and eat. Make sure there's some distance from your cooking area to where you sleep. And store toiletries safely. The smell of toiletries may attract bears. There are no definitive rules about what to do if you meet a bear. In almost all cases, the bear will detect you first and leave the area on its own. Black bear attacks are rare, especially when compared to the number of potential close encounters. If you do meet a bear, here are some suggestions. Stay calm. If you see a bear and it has not seen you, calmly leave the area. As you move away, make a little noise to let the bear discover your presence. Stop and back away slowly while facing the bear. Avoid direct eye contact, as bears perceive that as a threat. Give the bear plenty of room to escape. Bears rarely attack people unless they feel threatened, cornered, or provoked. Do not run. If on a trail, step off to the downhill side and slowly leave the area. Do not run or make sudden movements, because running is likely to prompt the bear to give chase, and you cannot outrun a bear. And speak softly. This may reassure the bear that you mean it no harm. If a black bear does attack you, fight back. Black bears have been driven away with rocks, sticks, binoculars, even people's bare hands. We hope now that you are more bear aware and know how to act to prevent conflicts with black bears. If you have additional questions or a need for further information, please contact your local Division of Wildlife office.